Shiba Inu's metaverse has begun virtual land sales, and in order to secure land, holders are required to lock in their LEASH tokens for a period of between 45 and 90 days, and this allows them to have first access to buy plots of land in SHIB The Metaverse. However, the actual land sales will be paid for in ETH and not SHIB, and this has caused many in the SHIB army to ask the question, why is the Shiba Inu token not being used instead? After all, this is a Shiba Inu project, so wouldn't it make sense to use SHIB? And the answer to this was addressed several weeks ago in previous communications from the SHIB team, but today we're going to give you some of the latest responses from the developers as to why ETH is being used instead of SHIB. And then I'm also going to try and test this reasoning by running the figures through our Shiba Inu simulator. Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. It's estimated that at least $50 to $100 million is going to be raised from initial land sales, and there's currently a divide in the community as to whether SHIB or ETH should be used. So today we're going to hear from the developers explaining why things are happening as they are. Alright guys, let's get right to it. Alright, okay, I'm going to be reading from the responses from the Shiba Inu team, including a developer. Here's some clarification from SHIB Queenie, and it reads, land sales are going to generate funds for the metaverse, and then pay for developers who are external to SHIB, as in not SHIB, and then they're going to cash out the token into fiat to pay for their staff. She goes on to say that we cannot in good conscience ask the community to spend $100+ million of SHIB knowing that it would be sold off and dump the price. So to clarify, the purpose of land sales is to raise funds to pay for the external game developing studio. So that means that whatever is going to be raised is actually going to be immediately sold or cashed out to pay for this studio. So from the developer's perspective, if we were to use our current SHIB, our SHIB tokens would also be sold, and this would cause the price to fall. And we also got a direct quote from Eric, who's one of the developers. And here he says, you can't fund a project by dumping millions of your own token. That seems pretty basic to understand. Besides that, SHIB, which is Shiba Inu, it will be used in the metaverse. So here he answers also an additional question from the community where some people have come to the conclusion that SHIB is actually not going to be used in the metaverse. And I wonder what gave them that idea, because it's been made quite clear throughout the weeks that SHIB is actually going to play a huge role in the metaverse. And to this end, the SHIB informer, he says, but inside the metaverse itself, SHIB will be used, of course. And in a separate tweet, he says that only the land sales, they apply to this particular sale. But once the metaverse is running, SHIB will be used prominently inside of it. And the way I see it is people have to remember that this is actually only stage 0, the initial stage, and there's also going to be additional uses for SHIB in the other stages throughout the development of the metaverse. And SHIB is also going to be used in these, and in the ultimate metaverse itself, SHIB is going to play a prominent role. Anyway, the exchanges online were so intense that a community poll was done earlier today to see if the community understands this, and the poll reads as follows. Regarding the usage of SHIB in the metaverse, what is your understanding? And there are two options given. The first option is ETH in sale, SHIB in metaverse, and the second option is ETH in sale and no SHIB in the metaverse. And fortunately, according to the results of the poll, 80% of the community seem to understand this. So you can see that SHIB is definitely gonna get some use within the metaverse. And if I scroll down, there's an additional comment from SHIB Informer where he goes on to further explain that the reason to not use SHIB in this individual sale event is because it's intended to raise funds. That means that ETH collected will be used to pay companies in USD or other fiat if they accept. And we do not want to cash out several $1 million worth of SHIB and hence dump it. Okay guys, let's run a visual simulation test to see what happens if SHIB was used. So for you guys who've been with my channel for a while, you are familiar with my Shiba Inu price simulator. It basically shows the current price of SHIB, which is a result of the combination of the circulating supply and the market cap as well. It also shows the amount of Shiba Inu coins which are holding. So basically, I use this tool whenever I want to see any impacts on the price of SHIB caused by any sort of market conditions. So what we're saying here is there's going to be, let's say, $100 million worth of funds raised. And just for context, let's find out what 100 million, I'll just input that here. How many tokens is that? That's about 3.6 trillion tokens, SHIB tokens. Anyway, so I'm going to deduct that from here because this is how much would be sold if we were to use our SHIB to buy the land. This is immediately going to be sold for cash in order to pay for the game studio. So let's see what happens to the current price. The current price here is 27,133. If we were to enter that as a negative over here, negative 100 million, the price, as you can see, would have gone down. So this is what the developers are trying to avoid by this. And I do admit that, like for a market cap the size of Shiba Inu, that's actually quite a small drop in value, but it's a drop which the developers do not want the Shiba Inu community to hold, especially if you understand that a lot of people a large group of holders actually holds less than 50 million, and in order to secure some of the land, it would actually hold, I think it'll be anywhere between 10 and maybe even 30, maybe even 50 million SHIB, which could be all of their balances. So this is the kind of thing which the Shiba Inu team is trying to avoid. Okay, before we wrap things up, let's have a look at how much land has been reserved so far in the metaverse. According to a community member, there has now been a total of over 3,000 LEASH tokens which have been locked into the SHIB.io portal, and I think this translates to roughly $5 million locked by my calculations, and that translates to around 30,000 plots of land which have currently been reserved. So if I'm correct, that means that almost all of the land could be sold in the first round, if I'm understanding it correctly. But I don't think that'll be the case, because some people will be locking in their LEASH more so for ETH rewards as opposed to getting land. And what I mean by that is that, if you guys remember, one of the benefits of locking in your LEASH and your Shiboshi is that you get to earn with, I think, 3% of ETH rewards have been reserved, which are going to be distributed among everybody who locks. And anyway, to that end, I do know that I've got about five plots of land because I've locked in half a LEASH, and also 5 plots of land from a Shiboshi. And I'm almost certainly not going to, so that's a total of 10 plots of land. I'm certainly not going to, I don't think I've got enough ETH to get all those amounts of land. So yeah, I'll definitely won't be using all that up. So it's likely that there will be more land available in the later stages as well. But we'll have to wait and see, because Shiba Inu is a lot more popular than a lot of people think. Otherwise, that is it from me today, guys. There's a lot of things which are being built in crypto at the moment, and SHIB the Metaverse is just one of them. These things, they're being built so that ultimately Shiba Inu can be a competitive main force to be able to contend with. So what gives me confidence is that Shiba Inu is contracting professionals to build this technology, and soon there'll also be a AAA game studio which is going to be announced for the development of this metaverse. Because also remember, Shibarium is also being developed by external professionals, and I'm sure that it must be close, because the metaverse and everything else actually is going to be running on Shiba Inu. I personally have a long-term view for Shiba Inu, and I'm looking at least around 2025 as a minimum, as this gives us time not only to get everything built and running, but also it allows time for more adoption of our applications. And it's this adoption which is going to bring in what we really want, which is continual burns from the utility. And this is going to be making SHIB a very deflationary asset in the future. And that is it from me today, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and the way in which I cover SHIB, the best way you can continue to support me is by simply hitting the like button. And it would be even better if you could leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling about Shiba Inu in the comments section below. Before I continue, guys, I recently received my physical crypto coins from Minted Crypto USA, and they're much better than I expected. If you guys are interested in actually owning your own realistic, high-quality physical collectible coin of your favorite crypto, whether it be SHIB, Doge, Bitcoin, or any others, you can get them at their website. They now have really fast shipping options available within the US, and each coin comes individually cased in a clear, protective case. I'll leave my affiliate link in the description. And I'll also leave a link in the description to the Shiba Inu simulator, which I use in some of my videos. I think most of you guys know how it works. It pretty much, messes around with the price of Shiba Inu. and we can see what the, as the price of Shiba Inu fluctuates, what the impact on my balance would be. Like, for example, if our market cap, if I was to just, randomly increase it to 50, my balance would have jumped up from what it says, from 13 all the way to 45. And, we can even burn tokens to see the impact on future burns on the price of Shiba Inu. But I think a lot of you guys who've been with the channel for a while are familiar with that. But once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Ace. Peace.